This is Pat Bamber here for PSB Sports. I'm at the Tyson Fury versus Vladimir Klitschko rematch press conference here in Manchester. With me, I've got Mr. Box Nation, Mr. Barry Jones. How you doing, Barry? You all right?
Yeah, very well, thanks. Yeah, stop saying Mr. Box Nation because people say I'm under too much.
Yeah.
I get paid per show,
Yeah,
so so let's not overplay it. Like I need the money. I need the money.
No, that's all good. Anyway, so we saw the press conference there for Tyson Fury and Klitschko. What was your initial reaction to the press conference? We saw Vladimir swear for the first time in a while, so that was interesting.
There was no surprise from Tyson because he's always going to see something colourful and he's always going to be energetic. But yeah, I was surprised with Vladimir. Actually, he really was. He seems a little bit ruffled, and I think you get that when you have different personalities. When you have someone that's so extrovert like Tyson, and then quite a reserved person in Vladimir, then usually the reserved person automatically says dislike to the colourful character. Right. And I think Vladimir genuinely dislikes Tyson. He obviously dislikes Tyson, and I think that his pride's hurt that he got beat by a guy who was the total opposite to him. So I think, listen, I know you're going to ask me this question, so I'll just answer it before you ask. I think if Vladimir fights the same way, then Tyson wins and wins quite comfortable the same as he did last time. But I think Vlad's going to have to come out differently, and I think he's going to come out with a bit more intent. I really do.
Absolutely. And also, I think one of the things from the first fight that was key to remember, it seemed like Tyson really got under Vladimir's skin the first fight. I remember him saying to Vladimir that he had greys on the sides of his hair. Vladimir shaved off his hair. He was conveniently 6'9" at the weigh-in, same height as Tyson. When Tyson's much taller, they lied about his weight as well. They had a ring canvas. So as I've said, mentally there is something there. But do you think things will be different this time around? That Tyson's at home with the ring, the gloves, so on and so forth.
I think it's almost a new territory for not just in geographically, but also in the whole setup for Vladimir. He's coming in as a challenger. First time in 11 years. He's boxing on foreign soil as well. It's going to be a problem in a very hostile, and it's going to be an extremely hostile crowd. Let's be honest, it was a hostile press conference. What's it going to be like come fight night? So I think for him, there's a lot of things that he's not going to be used to. Sure. But we can't forget that this guy's had 68 fights, maybe.
He's a record 64-4 with a drawn.
Yeah, there you go. There's 60 enough. So he's had so many fights, so experienced, so many world title fights, like close to 30 world title fights. He knows the game, Vladimir. He knows the game. He knows what he did wrong in the first fight, so he'll try and rectify that. But I genuinely believe that with Tyson being such a constantly moving target, it's easier said than done to commit. When have we ever seen Vladimir overcommit? No, he's made a career and a successful career, and he's been good because he's been very disciplined and very safety first, and that's what's made him good. He makes you come to him and make the mistakes. Well, Tyson wouldn't do that, wouldn't play his game. He danced around, and because he got such a huge wingspan, and because he's 6'9", then he could land with the jab in a safe distance. So Vladimir has to commit. If he does that, which we've never seen him do before, will Tyson get that knockout that he's asked, that he's promising us? I don't think that Tyson has the natural raw power to knock Vladimir out, but I wouldn't be shocked if he wore him down. And maybe this time, I think we're going to see a better Tyson. Actually, I know people think that he's just going to do the same thing and to win the fight, but Vlad's going to be better, so I think Tyson's going to be better. Right. And I got to say, to be honest, I'm not just saying that over here. But I didn't give Tyson Fury a chance in the first fight. I thought Tyson would dance around and Vladimir would just walk. As soon as he caught with the right hand, Tyson be in trouble, try and hold, and Vladimir would stop him. I thought it was going to be an easy victory for Klitschko, and how wrong was I? I couldn't have been more wrong, and happily so, because I know he's a traveller, but he's British as well. I'm happy to have a British world champion. Absolutely. And I see it being the same way, and even maybe a slightly more exciting fight, but a very similar sort of outcome where Klitschko can't get close, Tyson keeps dancing and flicking up, popping out the jab, and then go with the right hand now and again.
I've got to ask you next week, mouth-watering clash in the middleweight division. Canelo weight, but middleweight. The WBC title is on the line for Amir Khan. He's out in Vegas. Great fight. How do you see that one going, Barry?
First of all, Amir Khan will fight anyone. How can you not tip your hat to a fella like that? You don't care. You fight anyone. I just can't see how he wins. I know people say about he got fast hands and fast feet, and he got. And maybe except for Pacquiao, if Pacquiao's retired now, he might have the fastest hands in boxing, and certainly and his footwork. It's all brilliant, but ultimately he doesn't. When he gets hit, he can take a punch. Actually, he's not. The people say he can't take a punch, but when he gets hit, he don't always know what to do. And I think with the natural size of Canelo, and he might be slower, Canelo, but he got really good timing, and I think that somehow he gets to Amir. I hope I'm wrong. I'd love to be wrong, like I was with the Fury. Let's hope I'm wrong with all good for first fights, because I'd love nothing more to see Khan come out with a win. It would be, by the way, if Khan beats Canelo, it would be one of the greatest victories by a British fighter. Maybe not the greatest, because I think I've got to go with Hunnigan versus Donald Curry, maybe. Sure. But this would be right up there. This would be right up there with Tracy versus Napoli. Jose Napoli. They'll be up there with them. Because Canelo's a star. He's a massive weight. He's a genuine world champion. And you can't give Khan a hope in hell to win this fight. But there's fingers crossed, you don't know. You don't know.
Fingers crossed he wins.
There's fingers crossed he wins. You hope that movement, and he doesn't. I think for Khan, rather than throw 4 or 5 punches, you got to throw 2 and move. Yeah. 2 fast and sharp movements to get out of the way. Don't get too hungry on any success he has early. Sure. If he does that, then, you know.
Because in the past he's been caught when he has got a bit too hungry with his success, unfortunately.
It's helped with him going to Virgil Hunter, because when he was with Freddie Roach, he was a great trainer and helped him, because you think Roach is all speed, but he was throwing too many punches and getting caught back. Virgil Hunter's been more safety first, like you cut the punch, like you to move. But those angles got to be faster in defence with Amir Khan. You got to throw 2 and get a real quick angle to get out of the way, sure. and then constantly make Canelo turn to hit him. Sure. So just so it reduces that power enough for maybe Khan to ride the shot, and then maybe he got a chance. But I got to go with your head, and I think it's Canelo's a stoppage. People are saying like mid to late. I think it might be early. I hope I'm wrong. I really do, but I think it might be early.
Fingers crossed. Barry, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate that, and hopefully we can see you maybe Fury Klitschko too, somewhere again soon.
Yeah, sure,
Thanks, Barry. I appreciate it.